Good evening and happy Sabbath everyone! Muli maraming salamat po sa pag-imbita na kayo po ay makasama sa gabing ito sa pamamagitan po ng pagdidiscuss ng ating Vesper topic, Mind, Character, and Personality. At praise the Lord kasi tayo na po ay nasa chapter 26 ng ating librong sinusubaybayan. So, nawa at the end of uh, the time na matapos natin itong mind, character, and personality, makikita nawa sa atin ang malaking pagbabago. At maraming salamat din po sa Panginoon na tayong muli ay pinagtagpo-tagpo kahit po sa pamamagitan ng online worship. At maraming salamat sa Panginoon sa lahat ng kanyang biyaya, sa lahat ng kanyang paggabay, at sa lahat po ng kanyang pagmamahal. So, ang topiko po natin ngayon is brotherly love. Remember po sa ladder of perfection that starts with faith, virtue, virtue and knowledge, knowledge and temperance, temperance and patience, patience and brotherly love, brotherly kindness, and then love. So basically, ang rini-reach out natin ay ma-attain natin yung highest perfection, highest character na gusto ng Panginoon na magkaroon tayo. Kasi po, if you remember, even obeying the Ten Commandments, God said that if you love me, keep my commandments. He wants us to obey it out of love. And then gusto ko po na makita natin dito sa topiko natin ito yung mga advantages ng pag-ibig na gusto ng Panginoon na meron tayo. At papaano ba, ano ang katangian ng pag-ibig na yon? Bakit po? Kasi po, gaya po ng ating nasa screen, ang brotherly love is the mark of true Christianity. At gaya po ng sabi dito sa John 13 verse 35, by this shall all men know that ye are my disciples if ye love one to another. So basically, kapag po tayo ay nagmamahalan, nagtutulungan at nagmamalasakitan, doon nila makikita kung sino ang ating pinagsisilbihan, kagaya po ng nasabi sa ating special song, that the word we say that the word he says are true and the God we serve is real. If we will have this kind of love. So tayo na po ay dumako at mag-enjoy sa ating topic ngayon kasi basically kahit ako po ay tamadong-tamado sa mga topikong ito. At alam ko po na bawat isa rin po sa atin ay matatouch kasi ito po'y pagmamahal na galing po sa langit na naway tayo'y magkaroon din. So, sabi po niya dito, love brings joy. Love refreshes and beautifies life. Nakikita niyo po yung mga teenager, pag in love sila, ay kagaganda nila kaysa kapag hindi. Nag-iiba yung kanilang aura. Nagkakaroon ng glow. So, our glow should be from within. Because if we are in love with Jesus, we will be in love with one another. So, love should flow from the Christian life like streams in the deserts. It brings gladness, peace, joy, refreshment to others. Ibig sabihin, if you have this kind of love, you have that happiness from within. Kaya nga joy pa joy meaning to say, mas deeper pa yan na kasiyahan. And then, ang maganda is yung peace. Bakit po peace? Kasi if you have the trust that you are loved, you will be loving at peace as well. Hindi ka yung kinakabahan ng kung ano-ano. You will just do what you will. So cultivate the love of Christ. It should well up from the soul of the Christians. Kaya bakit sinasabi ang mga Kristiyano ay masayang tunay? It is because they themselves first are loved by God, and that love from God is being passed through others. And honestly, yun po talaga, passing love to other people actually brings joy. It's not just joy, but also healing. Bakit? Kasi kapag at peace ka, at peace din yung pag-flow ng iyong mga dugo. Maganda rin yung flow mo. So, gumaganda yung ating aura. Ano po? So, next po is the power of unselfish love. Ito po ay an irresistible weakness. The closer we resemble Christ, the greater our love for others. Bakit po? Si Kristo nga po ay dahil sa kanyang sobrang pagmamahal, namatay siya hindi para sa mga matitino, kundi para sa mga makasalanang katulad natin. And the more we ponder on those things, habang nakikita mo yung inyong kapatiran na nagwe-wayward, the more na lalo mo siyang pinagpapray, the more na naawa ka sa kanya, the more na gusto mong maranasan niya, yung pagmamahal na galing sa taas, na gaya din naman ng ibinibigay ng Panginoong Hesus sa atin. So, unselfish love silences unbelief. Alam mo yun, kapag hindi tayo selfish, yun pa lang ay napakalaking witness na yung Diyos na ating pinagsisilbihan ay hindi rin selfish. And then, may isa akong father, parang tatay sa ministry noon, na kahit napakasarap ng ulam, he would make sure that everybody will get bago siya kumuha. Tapos dun ko nakita, habang nakikita ko siya, lalo akong natameme na ito, at sarap-sarap ng ulam, pero hindi siya yung first na umaatake, kundi sinisigurado niya ang lahat meron muna. So, when we have that kind of attitude, alam niyo po, napakagandang tingnan. Tameme po talaga ako sa kagandahang loob na ganun. And it defeats Satan's devices. Bakit po? Hindi ka na wala na po kasing strife and vainglory kapag may unselfish love. Bakit po? Ang tawag, the success of your companion will be your success also. And then, hindi madidevelop sa yung sama ng loob kasi magiging masaya ka para sa iba. And then, unselfish love builds God's kingdom. Amen po. Gusto po nating sumali. Panalangin po natin sa Panginoon na magkaroon po tayo ng unselfish love. Kasi, remember, sarili po ang pinaka-kalaban natin. We want the best for ourselves. Yun po yung katotohanan. Usually, kasi halimbawa, may nakahangar na mga damit dyan. Kung pipili ka, syempre, gusto mo yung pinaka-best para sa sarili mo, di ba? Pero what if you will find the best for others as well muna? Like Christ na almost give up niya yung buong kingdom niya just to save us. Give up niya yung kanyang trono, give up niya yung napakaganda niyang location para pumunta sa atin na it was marred with sin. So, nothing is more powerful than a Christ-like love. The more we see Him, the more na hindi ka mag-aatubili na magsakripisyo para sa iba. And then, ang trend na po dito sa mundo ngayon is, I will work so that I will have something for myself first. Or I will have something for my family. Pero, wala na po yung, I will work because God said it. And whatever the sacrifices that it takes, it can be money, it can be labor, it can be Minsan it can be pride, but if it is because of God's love that we're doing this, this is very powerful. And powerful siya in a sense na natatanggal yung ating pagtitingin lang sa ating sariling kailangan. Nakikita natin na hindi lang tayong may kailangan, meron ding iba. So, ang mangyayari niyan, sa halip na nakafocus ka sa kailangan mo, when you will pray for yourself, you will pray na para maging blessing ka sa iba. It's no longer for yourself only. Or you will pray na for uh, the more successful ministry to other people. Next po, love is not self-centered. Ito po, katuloy po ng ating nasabi, dahil ang tunay na pag-ibig ay hindi po talaga nakatuon sa ating sarili. Gaya din naman ni Kristo. For self hinders love. Love seeks the good of others. Love wins soul to Christ. Love does not seek its own comfort. Which usually, naalala ko tuloy nung sa Palawan, no? Na isa sa ating mga panauhin doon, si Brother Dennis, sabi niya, wala pala akong karapatang magreklamo kasi almost lahat naman dito ay nagsasakripisyo sa daan, nagsasakripisyo sa tulugan. So, tapos sabi niya, samantalang sa bahay, palagi siyang nagrereklamo. Tapos nakita niya na wala pala siyang dapat na ikareklamo. Actually, when we look at our own comfort, nakikita natin yung lahat ng mali. Pero kapag when we look at what God had suffered, nakikita natin yung napakadami nating blessing, napakadami nating advantage, but we fail to see it. So, ito po, love does not promote selfishness. Love seek personal advantage. Love does not seek personal advantages na ikaw lang. And love does not put self first. So, you know why? The greatest enemy of love is self. Kasi ito po yung pinakakabaliktaran po niya. Kaya nga po ay inaanyayahan tayo ng Panginoon na yung ating focused ay mawala from ourselves, mapunta po sana kay Christ. And the more na mapupunta yung focus natin kay Christ, doon tayo mas lalong magpapakita ng pagmamahal. And I remember, during the time na ako po ay depressed, yun pong, alam mo yung, ba't ka nadidepress? Kasi naiisip mo, ako palagi, ako yung lugi, ako yung nasaktan, ako yung inabuso, lahat na lang ako. Tapos, ang iniisip mo, mabait naman ako. So, those are the things talaga na pumapasok sa isip ko. That's why, lalo akong nalulugmok kasi sarili ko lang yung aking iniisip. What if, kapag ginawan ka ng bad, and then you will realize na, bad na yung ginawa niya sa akin. Why can't I respond it in love? Which supposed to be, yun dapat yung ginawa ko. Pero hindi, nagdamdam ako. So, instead na magdadamdam tayo when people are pushing us, I think the best thing to do is to pray that we will be able to do what is right for them. Bakit? Kasi alam mo na yung pakiramdam ng nasasaktan. So, you wouldn't want to do that to them back as well. So, ito po, dito ko po nakita yung sabi ng Panginoon na love your enemy. Pag binato ka ng bato, ay batuhin mo ng tinapay. Though it is so hard really, but it came to a point na yung taong sumakit sa akin, and I've been praying na sana makita ko sa langit, na sana ma-realize niya sa buhay niya na may mas magandang buhay pa doon. But it can start now if we show love. Next po, humility, the fruit of love. Sabi ko, kapag yung tunay na pag-ibig, kahit na yung pride mo, isasakripisyo mo. Because love does not exalt itself. Hindi mo naiisipin yung reputasyon mo. Kasi bahala ng Panginoon sa reputasyon mo. What you're supposed to do is to love God with all of your heart and to love your neighbor as yourself. Because love is humble. love is gentle. So kahit po nagtayo out of our love, nagsasabi tayo ng katotohanan, it should be said gently. And courteous, love is courteous. Mayroon pong respeto at mayroong pagpapakumbaba at love is compassionate. Hindi po siya, halimbawa, we rebuke to heal, not to condemn. Yan, ganyan ang love. Kapag nagsasabi ka ng rebuking, gaya ng sabi ng Panginoon, I chastise those whom I love, it should be out of compassion as well. Na hindi mo iniisip na, ako mas matino ako, ginagawa ko yung tama. Hindi. Kundi, yung isip mo is, I know how hard it is to be in this kind of situation, but God had helped me, so I might as well help this person to overcome. So, love is not boastful. Alam niyo po, yung pwede lang nating i-boast, the love of God to us and how much He is blessing us, and kahit po undeserving po tayo. Love is not fault-finding, which basically when you will, kapag yun lang, kasing fault yung nakikita natin, mahirap po nating mahalin yung isang tao na kagaya din naman ng pagmamahal ni Kristo sa Kanya. Love is not dictatorial. Parang ako to sabi ng anak ko, na sabi na palagi na lang akong nagsasabi ng kanilang gagawin. Pero love is not dictatorial. We should do it. That yung pagbibigay natin ng gawain sa kanila is not something that they will say na because you are dictator, kundi it's for their own good, that they will be able to learn those things that they need to learn now, hindi dahil gusto mo lang na yun dapat yung gawin nila. So it's not dictatorial, it's not proud. Apo. So hindi po yun love na if we are so proud. For love, sabi po niya sa 1 Corinthians verse 4, boundeth not itself. Next, true love prefers others. Naalala niyo po yung there should not be vain strife and vain glory. And then, sa pinapag-aralan po natin sa Philippians, sa ating Sabbath School, ang examples po na binigay ni Kristo, Christ's example, ay palagi niyang iniisip anong mabuti sa iba. Hindi yung mabuti sa kanya. Even to the point na ikamatay niya yun. So, true children of God prefer others before themselves. Do not seek the lion's share, sabi po, and value others as highly as themselves. Hindi yung, ay, siya lang naman yun. Wag ganun. Yan po, na siya lang ay namatay si Kristo sa cross para sa Kanya. So, if we will think na ganun yung value nila, gaya din naman ng value na binigay ng Panginoon sa atin, we would really take care of them. We will do everything nang sa gayon ay makilala niya pa ang Diyos na ating pinagsisilbihan. And Christ demonstrated unselfish love, self-sacrifice, concern for others above himself. Alam niyo po, kahit may pagkain daw siya, kapag may nakita siyang nagugutom, binibigay pa niya yun. So, ganun po siya mag-sacrifice. Samantalang, kaya nga, minsan, niisip natin, paano pag magkaroon ako ng bagong phone? Isipin mo muna, bago ka magkaroon ng bagong phone, how can I, hindi ko sinasabing bad na magkaroon ng bagong phone, but then, if you can make use of it, kasi yung phone, temporary lang yung kasiyahan mo dyan Pero what if you can use it for, may gawain pala dun. How can I help them? Baka pwedeng doon muna. At susunod yung aking gusto. Alam mo yun, basta something na uunahin mo yung iba more than yourself. If we can do that, siguro hindi limited ang ating fans. At the same time din po ay siguro po ay magigi din tayong huwaran sa iba to show unselfish love. Kasi po, hindi po kailangan tayo'y mayaman bago makapagbigay. Actually, in the little things that we have, if we will learn to sacrifice something that's supposed to be for yourself, alam niyo po yung kasiyahan after that, it's something more. Next, love changes lives. The transforming power of love. Let the love of Jesus be presented and it will work like leaven. Love softens heart, it changes attitudes, it transforms character, and draws people to Christ. Basically, tayo mismo, di ba? The more we see the love of Christ before us, the more na na-present yung pagmamahal nila through the love of our brethren, the more na natatransform tayo. The more na nababago tayo. People may resist arguments, but they seldom resist genuine love. So, pwedeng kontrahin ka sa mga tinuturo mo, pero yung pagmamahal mo na genuine, hindi nila kayang kontrahin yun. So, beware of selfish love. True love is impartial. Ito po, wala pong pinipili ang tunay na pagmamahal. God's love is not limited to favorites. Alam mo yan, may alala ko dati. Unselfish very partial yung kanilang pagmamahal, sabi niya. So, may nag-comment ng ganon sa mga brethren. Pero, sa halip na, parang, yung utak ko, oo nga, no? Pero yung sa puso ko, kawawa naman sila. Kasi, na kikitaan ng ganun. Kasi, whether you like it or not, kasama mo yan. Namatay ang Panginoon para dyan. So, ang sa atin is ipag-pray yung kaluluwa. Nang sa gayon ay hindi ganun yung kanyang makita doon sa kaluluwa na yun, kundi si Kristo. And does not show partiality. Kaibigan mo man yan o enemy mo. Mahalin mo. Rich as rich and poor alike. So, hindi dahil nababless ka dyan, ay mas mahal mo siya kaysa sa iba. No, our love should be the same. Next, quote, break the bottle and the fragrance will fill the house. Sabi po nga niya dito, kagaya po nung woman na naglabas ng alabaster perfume. Alam niyo po na sobrang sacrifice niya yun. So, kasi kinita niya yun. Supposed to be for himself. Pero binuksan niya yun para maipakita niya yung pagmamahal niya sa Panginoon. And if we will do the same thing, is that whether we like it or not, you will shine. Because God will bless you. Kagaya ng pag-bless niya doon kay Mary Magdalene na naglabas ng alabaster perfume. Love should bless everyone around us. So isipin mo, para po matanggal yung impartiality, matanggal yung selfishness, it will be covered. Isipin mo na, Lord, at ipag-pray mo na, Lord, tulungan mo ako na maging blessing lahat sa iba. So whatever you can impart, we will freely give it. And honestly, when you will do this, God will bless you more than you deserve. Ay nakita ko po yun through experience. I don't have this, hindi ko pa po naabot yung talagang love na gusto ng Panginoon. But the more na ginagawa natin, even from the smallest thing that we can do, the more po na na-appreciate nyo yung pagmamahal ng Panginoon sa inyo. Love is greater than talent. So kahit po tayo ay maabilidad, pero walang pagmamahal, it is nothing. Because ability cannot replace love. We may possess knowledge, we may possess eloquence, we may possess great talents, kahit talent mo na lahat. We may possess strong faith. Yet without love, our service loses power. Our souls are not won. Love is heaven's sacred perfume. So, alam niyo po yon, kahit na tayo na pinakamagaling magsermon, pero wala naman tayong pagmamahal, kahit tayo ng pinakamagaling sa lahat, if we don't have love, then it is nothing. It will be a tinkling cymbal. Next, love expresses itself through giving. Pag nagmamahal ka, pag di ka nakapagbigay, ang sama ng loob mo. Nakakahiya una sa Panginoon at sa sarili mo. So, liberality is evidence of love. Christ-like love produces generosity, whether you like it or you like it. Kapag nagmamahal ka, magiging generous ka. And then love will produce self-denial as well. Alam mo yung mangyayari yung kakainin mo na sana pero ibibigay mo pa. Kasi nakita mo na mas kailangan nila kaysa sa iyo. Or even though kailangan mo rin, pero you know na when you deny yourself to bless others, the happiness is much more. And self-sacrifice, alam mo yon, mas madali po itong sabihin kaysa gawin, honestly. Pero with God's help, we can do it. We can do it. Ginawa po niya una sa atin. So, Christ had been our example. Compassion for suffering humanity. It produces Christ-like love, na kapag may nakita kang iba, you really want to help in the best way you can. Love gives because Christ gave. Yun po yung pinaka-rason doon na nagbibigay ka kasi una ikaw ay binigyan ng Panginoon. Because you cannot give something that you don't have, but I believe that each of one of us has something in us. The true test of discipleship. Genuine love reveals true Christianity. Without love, faith is empty. Generosity is meaningless. Sacrifice loses value. So no matter how great our profession, without love, we are not true disciples. So basically, yung love po na ito is not something na mag-i-spoil ka po ng tao, ano po, kundi tutulungan mo po sila na na mahalin ang Panginoon through loving themselves, to taking care of themselves, pero to sacrifice more for others. Love heals the wounded soul, the heart where love rules. Love is not revengeful. Hindi yung sinaktan ka, sasaktan ko rin. Hindi. Nasaktan ako, nakita ko na kung gaano yung suffering. I would not let my brother have this kind of pain as well. Ganon yung magiging utak natin. Thinks the best of others. Yun. Love is patient and long-suffering. Parang dami nating i-work out sa sarili. Ano po? Only Christ's love can heal broken hearts. Totoo po yun. Just as blood gives life to the body, Christ's love gives life to the soul. Yun po ang pagmamahal niya. Siya po talaga yung tunay na nagbibigay ng kalakasan. So, naalala ko nung time that I was wounded, and I praise God kasi linagay niya ako sa medical missionary training where I can ponder more about His love. And there I realized na kaya ako nasasaktan kasi napaka-selfish ko. Sarili ko lang iniisip ko. Sarili ko lang na emotion, sarili ko lang na kapakanan. But I didn't think of a loving back in return. But I praise the Lord kasi pinakita po niya yun. And then, the more na nasasaktan ka when other hurts you, ibig sabihin, yung pagmamahal natin, the more na namumund tayo, kasi yung pagmamahal natin, we're still thinking na tayo yung na-hurt. But the more na kapag sinasaktan tayo, we're thinking on how to help them, on how to love them, ay matatanggal po yung sama ng loob, tatanggal yung uh, matatanggal yung sakit, kirot sa loob kasi busy ka na sa pagkikare sa iba. So, love and truth together. Brotherhood without compromise. So, hindi po pwedeng sa truth lang kasi magigi tayong parang parisiyo. Hindi rin pwedeng love lang kasi magko-compromise ka. It should be the combination of love and truth together. So while we are sharing the truth, the spirit that comes from the truth should also comes out. So Christians should seek peace, avoid unnecessary conflict, and show kindness, but should never sacrifice truth. Oo, makikipag mingle tayo, but not to sacrifice truth, not to compromise principle, but to uplift principle, and exchange conviction for, we should not exchange conviction for false harmony. Bakit po? True unity is built upon truth and love. Kapag hindi ka kampante na namumuhay sa katotohanang meron ka sa mga kasama mo, then that mingling should not go na. Kumbaga, huwag kang magsakripisyo ng prinsipyo. Huwag kang magsakripisyo ng katotohanan just for the sake of being with them. Kundi, lalo nating i-lift up yung katotohanan while they are with us. So, that's true God's help kasi napakahirap po talaga. God's love embraces all. Divine love is impartial. Lahat namatay. Si Kristo mayaman ka man, o mahirap ka, si Kristo namatay sa'yo. At the cross, Jews and Gentile become one. At the cross, rich and poor become one. And at the cross, every race is valued equally. And God sees worth in every person. Ganun po ang pagmamahal ng Panginoon. God sees capacity for improvement. And God sees a soul for whom Christ died. So, Christ's goal for His church is to have this kind of perfect love, yung agape love po. Jesus prayed that the love wherewith thou hast loved me may be in them. Christ desires His love in every believer. His love in every church member. Kaya po, kapag ganun yung pagmamahal niya, ganun din po dapat tayo. His love flowing through the entire church body. So, ngayon po, ang tanong po sa atin is, do I truly love my brethren? Do I love souls as Christ loves them? Is Christ's love ruling my heart? So by this shall all men know that ye are my disciples if ye love one another. So yun po ang ating topiko ngayong gabing ito. Nawa po ay na-refresh tayo ng ganong pagmamahal ng ating Panginoon sa atin and that will be able to pass it through. Maybe ito na lang po yung kulang sa atin para po darating na po siya, yung ma-reach out na natin yung tunay na pag-ibig para sa Panginoon at para sa ating mga and to our fellow men. And maybe sana po ay na-bless tayo in every, kumbaga, kapag nasasaktan pa tayo, maybe it's not love, maybe it's pride. Kapag po tayo nadi-disappoint pa, maybe we need to check our pride as well because it may not be love. Kapag po nadi-disappoint tayo, maybe we lack love as well. So, if we don't want to give, maybe we don't have that love that Christ had given unto us. If we can't sacrifice selves, can sacrifice our personal pleasure for God, then maybe we don't have this love. At yun po yung isipin natin, do we really love God? Do we really love our brethren? So, yun po, and happy Sabbath. Nawa sa ating patuloy na diskusyon ay mas lalo pa po natin mapagnilay-nilayan ang pagmamahal po ng ating Panginoon. God bless and happy Sabbath.